Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. Those headphones aren't the best. They kind of crackle and stuff, but like if you want, they're there. Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't sound annoying. Do you hear you and me fairly?
Testing. Oh, actually, it's pretty crisp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quisp.
Pretty crisp. It's perfect.
All right. Okay.
Hello, Max.
Hey, dude. You act, you write, you do the stunt work stuff. You wrote a Retribution, I think, or helped write that, or
no, yeah, I wrote that.
Wrote a thing that I'm still reading through, and so let's get to the bottom of it.
All right, let's get to the
Prather. Why?
Well, that's a question that I've asked myself from the beginning.
Yeah,
and I think a good answer is simply just because.
Dude, I get it.
Just kind of just doing your thing, kind of doing what you like. Movies are the thing that I want to do and the thing that I like, so that's why. Yeah.
Dude, just because.
Yeah, dude. You have a soundboard?
They are default sounds that came with the audio recorder that I got, and I'm going to change them eventually, but for now, we're sticking with it.
I'd like to let you know that Discord right now has free Nitro for a month, and they have like 300,000 different sounds on their soundboard. And
is Nitro just sound program?
It's like their subscription. Like everything is a subscription now, like $10 a month, and you get a soundboard and other whatever.
Shout out Nitro.
Stuff. Yeah, exactly. We don't mess with Discord in this house.
Yeah. Nitro is pretty good.
Sponsor us, please. Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, all right, dude. So, what's your fucking deal?
So my deal.
Spit it.
My deal.
What up?
My life story. My deal. Basically,
bitch.
From the time I was a little kiddo, I watched movies that I shouldn't have watched.
How long ago was that?
99. So 30 years ago now. Something. It feels like it at this point. At this point,
that's how long we backload these episodes.
Yeah,
Pretty Good's been in the works for a long time.
Yeah, no, this needs to be edited for sure.
You are 22 years old.
23, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 23 actually. No, but yeah,
your eyelash, that said something different.
You're seeing through me now.
How old are you?
23. November 9th, 99.
You heard it here first.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, what?
No, but ever since I was a little kiddo, I watched movies that I shouldn't watch, but I think that's just like a generational thing for us. I'm sure you watched rated R movies when you were like 10 too.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. But I just remember watching like not anything in particular, a movie, but just in general, like media, entertainment like that. And I was like, that's what I want to fucking do when I grow up. And I moved here when I was 18 from Washington. So, yes, everybody, the secret's out. I'm not from Idaho either. We got a Californian and a Washingtonian here, so sorry about that.
I moved when I was like 3. I don't count.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he's got much more credit to that than I do. But I'm only here for like 5-6 years. But, no, yeah, I came here to do the movie thing, and now I'm doing the movie thing. Like I was telling you earlier, I just applied for our business earlier today, so hoping that goes through.
So you said that there's not a specific movie, but could you name a couple movies that by chance made you be like, okay, I get it. I'm going to watch this a little more in depth and try to figure this shit out.
So one of the first movies that I watched that made me really just kind of like start paying attention to the movie and not just, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just watch a movie and you're just like entertained by it, but I'm talking about like the process.
Allergies episode.
Yeah. But I
didn't see that. It's not out yet.
That episode? No, I haven't yet. But
it was just, he said something about like, he's a comedian. He was like, he said that we all agree. I'm
okay, Max, it's
overthinking.
okay.
There's a difference between like just watching comedy and then like trying to dissect comedy.
Exactly.
Because anyways,
Yeah.
that was all.
No, yeah, exactly like that. I'm
In
sure
my own
it'll
head.
sound it'll sound the same way when that episode comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just mean like paying attention to like how the movie was made, you know, like what kind of decisions the director made, bullshit like that, you know. Like it was the Shining. Yeah, with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie probably over 30 times.
Okay.
And when people ask me my favorite movie, I say either that or Apocalypse Now.
Word.
I don't know if you've seen either, but
I've seen
The Shining.
The Shining.
Yeah.
And I like The Shining just because I like going to Mount Hood and they filmed a lot of it at Timberline.
You've been there?
Yeah, the kid I do the podcast with Samson.
Samson. Shout out Samson.
The other half of this.
Yeah.
The not last like 2 years, but the 2 years before that, we both went to Mount Hood each summer and went skiing and camped, and it was a lot of fun.
Is that where the Overlook is in real life? That's where they filmed some of it.
The lodge that it was. Yeah.
That would freak me out staying there. I don't know. I'd be like, maybe this place actually is cursed or something, and like, you know.
It's cool.
Did it have that vibe to it, or was it just like a ski resort that was just fun to stay at?
I mean, it's. I knew it as a ski resort first, so that's how I.
That helps.
Knew it.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's cool when you find a movie that you're really into, and then you find out about like the cast, and then you're like, what was this fun fact about this scene? And then you get more into it more, and then you're like, oh, I should probably just
try doing
pursue this.
Yes, exactly.
Just do it.
Yeah, you get the vibe. You know what I'm talking about. What about you, Max? What's your favorite movie?
Singing in the Rain.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw you were in a music video recently, right?
I've been over the last like year. I think I've been in a couple.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that into music.
I mean, the last 3 or 4. I've gotten really into musical theater.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've done like 5 or 6 musicals. Yeah.
You were saying?
I got cast in a play like 3 or 4 years ago, and then that same company was doing a musical, and then I did that, and I never really sang before, and then I got really into it, and like I did band all through high school, and so like I always liked music,
Yeah.
and like kind of had rhythm and like got all that,
Yeah.
but never thought about pursuing it any further than that, and then got into film and stuff, and I was like, okay, I have to learn everything because it never hurts when you're in front of the camera to know how to do a little bit of all the shit. I mean, you're pretty faceted. It's good to know how to say words written on a script and also be able to take a fake punch and get thrown into a wall and stuff.
Yeah, that part I'm okay. I'm by no means like an expert at. I'm okay at that stuff. I'm confident that I can do it. But what I'm at right now is editing, like the post production is like, oh my gosh, like sitting down and editing a lot of footage, and I haven't gotten to color grading or anything along those lines, and it's like unimaginable. It's almost like a different language. It is, but at this point it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm not looking forward to that part of learning that part.
True,
but I should.
It's all good for you.
Yeah, fuck.
But the music videos were like, that all came when I was pretty well into film, and just because I knew film people and they offered me gigs in that, because my roles in music videos weren't the musical roles. It was just acting in it.
Okay. You're still in that community.
Yeah, and so like, I mean, so separately, always loved music, and now recently I've been getting into musical theater and singing and all that, and just getting into the whole other side of performing arts and blah 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 blah. But the music videos, that was acting, and they're super fun, especially because usually you don't have to worry about sound because there's supposed to be a song playing over it,
so you can just fuck around and
it's mostly just getting the shot to look right.
Nice.
And but yeah, music videos are sick. What about you? What else have you done? Or actually, let's talk about Retribution.
Sure.
If you want.
Yeah.
Unless you're bored of it.
No. Honestly, I mean, I haven't talked about it publicly or anything like that yet. I've just talked about it with like people that I collaborated with in the premiere and stuff. So
yeah,
for sure.
I don't know. You wrote it.
So basically, what it was the definition of a project, because I didn't expect it to go anywhere huge. I didn't think it was going to win any awards. What it was for me was practice, because what I noticed in at least the local community was there's a little bit of a void for action. Like there's a lot of like comedy, there's a lot of romance, there's a lot of family oriented movies, things along those lines, but there's not a lot of like, and there's plenty of people being shot, there's like that kind of violence, but there's not like action. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out insurance.
Yes, exactly. So that's kind of what that was for me to kind of get some action going in the community, and the people that I worked with were all fucking great, and I'm really glad that we got to kind of get that practice in, because none of us had really done an action film or anything along those lines. And I've done martial arts since I was a little kid. I've suffered plenty brain damage from high school football and all that kind of shit. Right. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. Fuck it. I got slammed through a table. I got shout out brain damage. But
CTE. CTE.
But yeah, I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. So I wrote it, acted in it, and then yeah, we had awesome camera guys, awesome sound guys. We had an awesome AD. Everybody on it was. You were in it too. I think I kicked you in the face at the end.
You did. You kicked or no? Yeah, you
Something
kicked
like
me.
that,
You
yeah.
you swung a kick at me, and then a homegirl bit my hand.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that was
good.
fun.
Yeah, that was fun times. But again, it was really just sort of to introduce that into this community and kind of get some people that were like, hey, if we need action, we can do action. One of the guys that did the camera work did like, a movie with a good amount of like physical violence in it after that. So,
did you guys do any like permanent damage to that house?
Yes. So yeah, I mean,
without giving the address or any information.
No. Yeah, it was just like some
hypothetical house.
Yeah, exactly. This random house, but
studio.
We left. Okay, so there's a trailer on YouTube, and in that trailer, there's a part where I punched this guy, and his face goes up. It was actually my little brother that acted in that. Shout out to Justice, but he had this fake blood that sprayed up, and it hit the ceiling. Like literally, it hit the fucking ceiling of this place, and it was like not that kind of blood. Like it was supposed to be on wood floor that we cleaned up quickly, but it got the ceiling, and it's probably still there now. So there's like a blood stain, like a blood splatter on the ceiling. And then at one point I got tackled into a bookcase, and when that happened, we put like a little dent in the wall.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was anything else major, but not really.
Was it luckily just like a drywall thing?
Yeah, it was. I mean, shout out to the people that let us film in their house, but they weren't. It wasn't that
probably
bad.
Weren't pumped on, but like,
no,
yeah, it's not the end of the world.
I would be more mad than they were, honestly. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. For what we did in that house, that was not that bad. For everything else we did, we could have fucked up a lot more stuff,
dude.
So.
I did a film one time.
Uh-huh.
It's like the same shit where I. In the shot, my head explodes, and, but we had like a prosthetic head when it cut to my head exploding, and we put a vacuum that would also blow air underneath it, so it would blow the top half of the head off and then spray blood, and dude, it covered the floor. And then a few months ago, which from that film of my head exploding was like 2 or 3 years prior. Blood still there. We did a shot at the same house, and Okay, guys, take note. Make sure blood doesn't get on the ceiling if you're using fake blood in a film. Yeah, and if it does, make sure you can wipe it off a drywall and stucco and stuff, and use asbestos.
Use good quality fake blood so you can get it out, because otherwise it's not going anywhere. It's like a real blood stain. Yeah. Fuck.
Prather, what else? What else you working on? You ever do any other fun projects that?
Well,
I don't know any.
For the most part, you know, a lot of it is kind of just ideas I've had, which is not the best thing. But what I've wanted to start doing is a YouTube channel of some sort. I just don't know what the fuck I would do. You know, I'm thinking of making short films. I don't know what I would do there. I don't want to do like a vlog type thing. I don't want to play video games on YouTube. I don't know what I would do, but I want to do something like that where I'm just not good at social media. Like, I'm just not good at like that, but I kind of want to do something along those lines to get a little more exposure, get a little more practice with using cameras and fucking editing.
Yeah. I just sprung an idea, and we can cut this if you want.
I'm listening.
But starting now, we can cut this. But in your script that you sent me, you were talking about the girl puts her headphones in, and it's the podcast talking about the 4% clause or something.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that.
And I looked. Is it a real thing? Is it the thing that I looked up that is a thing?
No,
or is
no.
Okay.
It's a fictional thing. Thankfully.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you want right now, it could be if you wanted like a director writer cameo.
Oh,
you could just like explain it, and it could just be like that, or we could just do it right now.
Shit. Yo, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. Oh man, you know.
Because you would probably know better than anyone else because you wrote the thing.
Yeah.
And apparently now I know it's not what I looked up.
Yeah, it's not real life, thankfully. It's this my fictional idea.
There is a thing called, but it's apparent. It's
the 4% law.
I looked at it. And
oh no.
No, it might have been
different.
a clause, or I feel like it was something in a lease agreement that I read on an article online. Anyways, but I don't think
I can
it's
change it around. Yeah.
I don't think it's what you. It's probably not what you had in mind.
No. No. Yeah. So basically,
action.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. So basically, folks, what we're getting, and we have the privilege of being able to be inside Boise right now, but the 4% law is, unfortunately, the government has enacted a rule declaring that if you're not within the top 4% of the wealth, and thankfully, you know, the two of us are, but the rest of you guys outside the walls, you're going to get kicked out here soon if you haven't already been. Police are going to come door to door and say, it's time for you to go. So start packing if you haven't already. Yeah, I heard it's getting pretty violent out there. So I wish you all the best of luck.
Pretty violent. That doesn't sound pretty good to me.
No,
no. What is there anything like that should be done? Like what's the next step here then?
Well, honestly, the next step is if you're useful, and if you're in the top 4%, get your ass to a major city, Seattle, Boise, New York, wherever you are. Don't leave the U.S. Don't leave major cities. Sit your ass down inside and lock your doors. Everyone else, good luck. Is that okay? No, not right now.
No,
okay.
keep going.
All right. Yeah, that's the gist, folks. If you're useful, make your way to the major cities. If not, find a community of people that have a doctor, that can cook, that know how to make clothes.
Damn.
Become useful.
Okay.
Other than that, good luck.
Damn. Okay, that's a pretty good idea.
You heard it here
first. Pretty good step right there. All right.
That's what I got off the dome.
Cut. Is that a take?
Yeah,
we can workshop it too if you want. But there's a chance you might hear this audio in what's it called?
The First Days.
The First Days.
Yes. Yeah. So in Cairns, 2 years from now, this was the beginning of the film. This was the first thing that was recorded. So you heard it here first.
I'm gonna have to have you sign something.
Yeah, I know, right? Holy shit.
Or you? I don't know.
We'll have some verbal agreement, I'm sure. Something along
All
those
of your
lines.
people call my people, and I assume both of those are you and me.
Yes.
So
yeah, I have no one else working for me. It's just me. So we'll talk with suits on.
All right. You said you did jujitsu, fighting, stuff like that. Film aside, what else? What's your
So I've always done sports of some kind. When I was little, I did all sorts of martial arts. When I grew up, a little older, I did soccer. I played basketball. Those two, soccer and basketball, I'm not very good at. And then high school comes around. I started doing track, and I started doing football, and that was a lot of fun. Still wasn't quite what I was best at, because after I graduated high school, I started to do boxing, and that's definitely like my thing. Like, I think like martial arts is like my favorite type of sport, because I was gonna have a fight, I think 2 years ago. I did everything. I fucking cut the weight. If you know about that process of like having to cut weight for like a boxing match or wrestling or MMA, it's horrible. It's like not healthy.
What was your go-to? Did you like chew Jolly Ranchers and just spit
Dude,
all day?
Like my go-to was nothing. Was tea with like a lemon in it, because I cut way too much weight. I think I was like 175, 180, and I was gonna fight at 155. So I had to lose like over, I think it was like over 30 pounds, and I had a few months to do that. So I did a lot of drinking water. I drank like 2 gallons of water a day, and I couldn't eat bread. I couldn't eat fast food, and I dropped to about 157. And then the day before my fight happens, the coach calls me and he's like, "Hey, did the owner of the gym tell you?" And I'm like, "Did he tell me what?" I'm like literally like watching a fucking Conor McGregor documentary, and he's like, "Oh yeah, your guy backed out." And I'm like, "Oh my God." So like, I was like,
"What did you eat next?"
I went straight to McDonald's. I hung up the phone. I went to McDonald's. I got like 2 Big Macs, large fries, all that shit, and I was like, I ate the rage away. So,
what's your like go-to? Okay, you've been working out hard for a few days or weeks or whatever a good amount of time for you is, and like you earned a fat cheat day meal. Like, no one's watching you. Cameras are off. Like, no judgment aside from whatever.
Yeah, whatever everyone else judges.
Ignore that. Yeah. What's your?
Dude,
it could literally be like, I like bread with like soaked in water, and then I like to wrap peanut butter in it and throw it in my air fryer. Some weird shit.
I should be better with my diet. I'm not gonna lie. I eat
What's the worst for your diet?
The worst for my diet?
Down.
Yeah, phone down. I don't know. I saw a video earlier of people making bacon, and they put like a copious amount of brown sugar on their, and I get a little bit, like I get that, but like a copious amount of brown sugar on their bacon, and I'm like, you're basically just eating sugar and fat, and that, I think that's probably the worst thing. That, or like fast food that's like not even real food.
Looks delicious.
Yes. Yeah. But my go-to, see, what I normally do on something like that is I like to go out to eat a lot. I'm bad. I waste a lot of my money on food, but I like to go out to eat when I'm like trying to be, like you said, like whatever, like I've earned this. I'll order like an appetizer, fucking 2 entrees and a dessert, and I'm just like unbuckling my belt buckle at the restaurant, belly out. Yeah. So whatever restaurant I go to, I can't decide on what I want to eat, and I'm like, all right, I'll get this, and then that afterwards. So that's probably my go-to.
Do you have like but do you have like, let's assume you're at home and like
not at a restaurant,
you're not around people. There's an unlimited supply of whatever the fuck you want. What are you like?
I like chips.
What are you gonna ruin the next 2 days in your bathroom for?
I'd probably say chips and probably like a Butterfinger. Multiple. Yeah. Okay. let's say a little bag of those Butterfinger bites.
All right.
Yeah, and then like Lay's potato chips, and then some sort of like really spicy red salsa with tortilla chips. I'd have those in a lay. Oh, also like some cheese. Oh fuck. See, I like to eat. I ate a lot of. Yeah, no, I'm hungry. Maybe we should order some takeout. No, but but yeah, it honestly just a spread. Like I mean, my name is derived from a Greek word, so maybe that's where the desire for
Greek word?
Praetor, like Praetorian guard. So like the guys that were like the Secret Service, and then they stabbed the president in the back, basically.
They're
the guys that killed Caesar. Yeah, well, no, they didn't kill Caesar, but I forget. There's plenty of guys that the Praetorians murdered, but basically they were like the Secret Service of the Roman Empire. So. The Greeks.
Was Et tu, Brute a good reference?
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
I know Brutus is the guy that killed.
It's what Caesar said when he got stabbed in the back, and he turned around and he was like, Et tu.
It's you, Brutus? I knew it was you, Fredo.
Something like that, yeah.
No, yeah. That
cool.
Exactly that. But I think that's where like I just like to eat like a lot of things that are a small amount. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're...
No, I just the Greek word. Yeah, just Praetorian. Yeah.
Are you Greek?
I don't think so. The closest thing to that would be Egyptian, because I know that I am Egyptian, which is not that far.
That's
well,
cool.
At least it wasn't. Yeah.
Do you have any traits where everyone's just like, it's because he's Egyptian?
Not in particular. I grow a little bit of the Middle Eastern brow sometimes. I like beans. Yeah. That's probably the closest traits.
You get a unibrow and you like beans.
Yeah.
All right.
One day I do want to visit Egypt, but I hear that they're not super kind to tourists right now.
Really?
So, yeah. Like, have you ever seen a video of people trying to go to the Great Pyramid of Giza? No. And someone offers them a tour for like a ridiculous amount of money, or like take pictures for like $85.
Sounds like a scam to
exactly. So I'm just like, maybe I'll let that cool down for a little bit when it's less popular. But yeah, there's a lot of places I want to visit.
Yeah, like what?
I definitely want to go. Well, besides Egypt, I want to go to Rome.
Yeah. I
don't know why. I mean, just close to Rome, and then Japan.
When in Rome.
Exactly. When in Rome, because
in Rome. Go to Rome. Yeah. Why?
Exactly.
Let's get to the bottom of it.
But yeah, no, those places, Japan would be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japan would be cool.
Why?
I like the food. I love like sushi, for example. I love sushi. I like seafood.
Should we bring back what we were talking about sushi?
Yeah.
And how all these butt fucks that live by the ocean are like,
we were talking about that.
Sushi's like the best where we live, and you live in not ocean state, so your sushi sucks.
Yeah. That's a scam.
Meaning that that sushi just gets worse the more inland you go, when in reality sushi all comes from not there.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like,
you don't catch your sushi right off the fucking beach.
No.
And then you give your leftovers to us.
Yeah, you got to freeze that shit, treat that shit. The fucking sashimi grade quality, sushi grade quality, it's no difference really, because it's frozen at like a copious amount of negatives and then treated some other way I don't understand exactly, and then you get to eat it. You don't get it out of the ocean. Cold. Exactly. Really cold. like you can't just make it in your freezer cold. Like you gotta have some special like magic powers, and like
you gotta
exactly
a little harder
magic
than that.
Powers to be able to make that shit. So
yeah. Anyways.
But yeah.
What were we saying before that?
I think I was talking about going to Japan, and then I was like the food, and then obviously I'm not like huge into anime. I would say like I don't watch a lot of them, but I definitely am big into Naruto.
Oh, Samson would probably love to talk with you.
Is Samson into Naruto?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's into anime in general.
Oh, nice. I'm sure he's into anime if he's into Naruto.
Yeah.
Naruto if he's into anime.
Yeah, actually, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he is. I think in the last episode we talked about, or I watched them talk about it. And,
I would guess. Yeah. Well, one of these days maybe I can chat with him about Naruto.
Yeah. Anyways, Japan.
But yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I would go there for sure, because there's a lot of good food there, and also like I was just obsessed with, when I was a little kid. I was obsessed with like samurai culture. So I mean, obviously I was a little kid, so it's not, I'm not going to go to Japan and meet samurai, but just to be able to go and visit like the like sakura trees, and like go see like the samurai gates. I think they're called the torii gates. Things like that would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Can you fill me in on what's the hook to that? Why is that cool? Oh man, I'm not familiar.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Let's get into the garden.
I was a younger
Japanese
man.
Garden.
Yeah. Right. We can take a walk through the koi fish ponds.
Yeah.
I was a younger man, but I believe that the torii gates were what you would walk through it was either after or when you became a samurai. I think so. But
right.
Whatever
we'll
way,
loosely quote you on that.
Yes, yeah, don't quote me on that. But either way, they were gates that had like cultural significance. So I just want to go see them because they're cool. Really, I mean, I'm an American tourist, so what do I know?
Blame you. I want to see cool shit too.
Yeah, where have you been? Have you traveled?
No,
I've only been to Canada.
Really. Canada and Mexico.
Yeah, so not really. I mean, Mexico is much more like picture-y than Canada
I went
for the most
to
part.
I went to Laredo a couple months ago, and
Laredo.
that's like I mean, it's kind of, I think it's like basically Baja California, but I don't know. It's just a small town in Mexico, and then
Nice.
there's a resort there that we stayed at, but we covered that in another much more sunburnt
We were talking
episode.
about that one. Yeah, we're like, we talked about that already.
But I don't know. My main highlight, that it's probably not the main highlight, but my main highlight was that I didn't shave for like a week, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I'm not a facial hair guy.
It just didn't, not a fan, or
It's
it
just
doesn't come out?
uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
The only times I've done it is actually the reason I didn't shave in Mexico is because the razor I have I really like, and I would prefer to wait to shave with that than to because you can't fly with the it's like a safety razor with like a removable blade, and so you can't fly with that.
Unfortunately.
And it was only a week, so I was like, okay, well,
I'll just not shave for a week. I'll be out.
I'll tough it out.
No.
And it was fine for like 3 days,
Yeah.
and then after that I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, dude, I get that. I got a haircut the other day, and I really needed it because my hair, like down here, it started to just be gross. Just, well, not gross, but like just a lot to deal with and touch and stuff. And then fucking my mustache started growing in my mouth, and my hair down here started growing over my eyes. So yeah, hair short is the move.
But
for sure.
I think you look good with facial hair. My thing is, I don't like it for me.
Yeah,
and whenever I tell people that, like, here's a thing that I've said tons of times on this podcast, but never in public, because for some reason it's more okay this way. This hair and my eyebrows are like and my eyelashes are the only hair on my body. Like I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I think it's so uncomfortable.
I know people like that. Yeah, like
I like to be built like a dolphin or a porn star, and
no in between.
Yeah, just smooth.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
It's nice for me.
Yeah.
It's one of the it's just like a no matter who's around, I'm shaving this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels good.
That's fair. Definitely nice for being in like tropical places.
Yeah. But then
Like
when
Mexico.
I tell people that, they're like, "Oh, you don't like facial." I'm like, "No, you look fine with it." But it's just I don't like it.
Hey, I don't judge, man.
I also think with red hair, I think when you grow up facial hair, you just look like every other redhead with facial hair.
Yeah, you got. I think you have to have like a Gandalf beard.
You're the dad from Modern Family.
Yeah, you're like, okay. Haven't heard that one before. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. You gotta either have like an accent or a gigantic beard to go for the facial hair look. I get that,
but you look good with it. I just don't prefer it.
Thank you.
I don't even know if I do.
Yeah,
if I look good with it.
For me, like the problem is it doesn't grow on my cheeks. Like it grows on my chin, but it doesn't grow right here.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm like I keep shaving here every other day, so it fucking grows in finally.
Literally, we need to switch because the bummer about me is my facial hair grows so evenly in everywhere you want it to, and I just hate it. I get rid of it by choice to just chop a perfect even beard.
Hey, well, it's your face, but I would definitely trade. Yeah, I would trade. Yeah.
I would give you a full beard for you to give me whatever you got going on. Just
it's
to
very easy to
less
remove.
work.
Yeah, this hair is very easy to trim off. So maybe like 10 years from now we can work something with like CRISPR or something like that, and we can get our like
there's got to be
face genes exchanged. You know,
dude. Speaking of, I at work today, one of my coworkers told me, I don't know if this is true or not. I didn't look any.
I'm sure it is.
I didn't look into it, but all she said was, I heard that they were like figuring out how to do like head transplants. And
it wouldn't surprise me.
She didn't say it. The reason what made me give her a little credit was because she said they did it with somebody, and I guess he lived for like 45 seconds after they did it. And when she said seconds, I was like, okay, maybe that holds water. I feel like maybe you can get it to where the guy's like,
something. Yeah. Holy fuck.
And then, but that gives hope for later.
Yeah, I mean, well, hey, we got step 1, idea. Step 2, try it out. Step 3, 45 seconds. And
Yeah.
hey, we go from there.
And then wait till we get to a minute and a half, and then an hour, and
Jesus Christ.
then we just know how it works.
Yeah.
It gets to where we can hook somebody's head onto some other body, some donor body, and then they're alive enough to say, "Okay, I know I don't have much time, but okay,
My final words are-
this hurts. Fix this.
Yeah.
Do that. Do
Oh
that.
my
All right.
God.
Later, fools. I hope it works out."
What a fucking volunteer that would be, dude. Probably wouldn't be a volunteer, but yeah. That's
I mean, they're gonna die. I mean, what they literally have, you can't give them anything.
someone else's head on your body.
That's a volunteer.
Where do we go from here? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
both of them are dead and or going to die within the 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
what can you give them other than the slight knowledge that
The satisfaction of you writing the notes down on the clipboard for the
Yeah.
next person? You'll be all right.
you watch porn?
Well, I believe everybody does,
Yeah.
I think so. I like to watch, like, midget gangbang porn for the most part. If that's like normal, I think it is. But
I mean, if you like it, you like it.
no, not really.
So.
Not my thing. No offense to anybody that does, though. I'm sure it's a very popular industry. I've seen a lot of the, like, porn stars on podcasts recently, and one of the ones I've seen was this like little blonde dwarf. I think I really hope I'm saying this properly, but I think she's a dwarf.
It's little person, right?
Yeah, exactly, little person. But she's on podcasts, and I think she's talking about how she isn't attracted to guys that are shorter than like 6'6". So that's all you. But I also thought, how would she be able to know if I'm like 5'8"? But yeah,
I'm 6'7"
7
and 6'6".
6'6",
But
solid.
anyways, I just it's
What, you thinking about doing some OnlyFans work, Max?
no, I'm just
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm trying to find a not rude way to say come up short, but I just can't.
What do you mean? Oh, like
what
you
do
wouldn't
what do
wanna
you
do
mean? What do
OnlyFans?
I mean? We're talking about little people.
Oh yeah, come up short. Exactly. God damn it, dude. That's the thing though, is like, how is she gonna say that?
We
Like, how
might
is
cut
she-
that part out.
Yeah.
It's a short clip.
Yeah, there you go. Cut it out from this, and then you post it as just a clip. And they're like,
Yeah.
wait, where was that in the podcast? And then we never tell
not
them.
here. And then now we're back.
And we're back.
Any fun projects coming up?
Yes, dude. Do you see they're doing Zoe 10 whatever? Like they're remaking Zoe 101 15 years later. Did you see this?
I did. I'm very pumped that that's where you went with that question.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, did you used to watch Zoe 101?
Yes. Okay. When I was like,
How does
7.
the intro start? How does it?
ooh, and they like do this, like, you know what I'm talking about? Da, 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 da.
I need the lyrics and then
I don't know the lyric. I don't remember.
really?
them. Yeah, I know ooh, or like I shouldn't say ooh, but like ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like she does some vocals that I can't achieve, and then she starts singing about something away. But yeah, Britney made her comeback this year. Zoe 101 is making a comeback. They remade iCarly.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
Oh my God, no.
No.
No. Did you watch it?
It's not bad.
Really? I heard it was
It's
terrible.
pretty good. It's
Really?
pretty good.
All right, maybe I'll watch an
Wait,
episode.
who said it was terrible?
Well, the reviews that I looked at, and then there's a
Come
YouTube
on.
channel that I watch
Dude,
sometimes.
it's just imagine they grew up. And
So like us.
Okay, Sam's not there, which is a bummer.
That
but like
sucks. I get why.
over the circumstance, yeah.
yeah, I get that. Yeah.
But dude, it's fucking good. It's funny.
We're watching.
It's
Nostalgia.
Yeah, I think so. They curse a little bit, and they talk. It's literally iCarly, but they curse a little, and they talk about like hooking up instead of making out.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Are there still feet pictures and all that weird shit?
I know. You see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Dun, dun. Live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there and feel so wonderful. In It's all for real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up the members of my nation. It's your time to be. It's no chance unless you take one. Every time you'll see the brighter side of every situation. Some days are meant to be, so give me your best and leave the rest to me. Leave it all to me. Just leave it all to me.
You told me you weren't that into the musical part of those music videos, and then you sing the entire iCarly song.
No, I did not.
Effortlessly.
I guarantee you I said that I was very into musicals. I just said the reason I got into the music videos was not because of any musical abilities that I had. Was because of yes, it was because of acting.
Fair enough.
Bitch.
Important distinctions, Max.
Now let's get to the bottom of it. Prather, why?
Why is anything? Why? That's a great question. Once again, like I said,
why? Sometimes
I ask myself that all the time, my whole life, and here we are again. Why? I don't know. Fucking hell, dude. What about you? What are you working on right now besides what we're talking about?
I have a few. There is a stage play that I've been loosely writing.
Right?
Not loosely. I'm like 6 or 7 rewrites into it. I've written the whole thing out, but I've also, once you start getting into rewrites, you change so much. And like, it's literally a totally. The story from the first draft is a totally different from the draft I have now. I know, and I know for a fact I'm going to change it 2 to 3 more times before I figure out what I want it to be.
Yeah.
But that's my dream is to just have a show that I write that at first I can, own and tour, and then the cool thing about owning a show and a stage play is being able to change it whatever
there we go.
You want.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Nice.
But also, it'd be cool to just, have some that I could get rights to that other people could also do that I could make a few bucks off, but also it would just be a thing of my, and then also it would give me the freedom to do just stuff like this. And fuck my.
Oh no!
Did that hurt?
What fell? No, I'm okay. I'm uninjured.
Good? Okay, cool. It was just the thing that's catching our voices.
No, I jumped out. I saw that. Was crazy.
Yeah, my bad.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, but if we, I don't know. My thing, I just want to do the whole creative performing thing, and I'm trying to do everything I can to do that, but also make it as much me as I can. And so
we're in the same boat.
Yeah, stage play this. I have a few short things I'm trying to write, which also, if you're into stunt stuff, I have some stuff that I think around August we're trying to do, and
yeah, I'm into it.
There's a script we're gonna film, and I'm just warning you, it's a lot, but I promise if.
You mean length or content?
Content.
Okay.
Not a lot. It's just. It's a little ridiculous. Is all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
But it's fun. I promise. If you have a sense of humor about it.
Okay. I'm listening. That sounds like fun to me. I'll be down. Yeah. Stunts are something that I'd like to do for sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Depending on the stunt.
No, it's not there's just
not gonna be jumping out of a plane with sharks tied to me or anything like that.
No, it's gonna be jumping onto tables.
Oh, okay. I've been slammed through tables, so I can do that.
Pretending you were drunk skateboarding and eating shit or something.
Yeah, okay.
Easy.
Okay, yeah, just falling and shit. Yeah.
You're not gonna be in a plane.
Thank God. I don't like planes.
Believe it or not, even we don't have the budget for that.
I don't even believe you. I think you have all the money in the world, Max.
I mean,
who else will know how to sing the iCarly song so effortlessly in such a circumstance?
Dude,
someone who has everything.
I know that you see somehow the world will change for me.
One of these days.
Oh, are there any other aspects of performing arts film, whatever that you want to get into, like perhaps musical theater, like any like live stuff, live shows, anything?
That's a good question. I've been considering taking singing lessons recently. I kind of want to. Yeah, I kind of want to learn how to sing. I don't know what I would like do that for. But
do you ever do karaoke?
Dude, so I have a friend that has wanted to do karaoke for like years, and we've tried to get like a group going, and like 3 or 4 different times we've made a group chat and everything, and everybody always backs out besides us two. So I've done it like at home, for fun and shit. I've never done it like at a out karaoke, the super fun way to do it in my opinion. I haven't yet, but I would love to.
That'd be fun. Is there like a song you want to be able to sing well?
Oh man.
Actually, no. Question before that. What's like if you're in the car by yourself? What are you like belting
right now?
Yeah.
Or like in general? Like
I don't know. What's like when you're in the car and nobody's listening, but like when that mindset hits in where you're like, I know this sounds good because no one's hearing this and I'm just going for it. What is that song?
I would probably say.
What would you sing at karaoke?
I would probably say either some Tool or some Frank Ocean. Are you familiar? I know you know Frank Ocean. Are you familiar with Tool?
I don't know their music, but I've heard their name. I know they've been through Boise a few times.
They're coming again in October.
They had a show. Yeah. I had a few friends that went to their show like a year or two ago. And
I love Tool, man.
Okay.
I would say Tool because like the lyrics are like deep. And the music is like it's like psychedelic rock. I would say like it's like kind of crazy. So it's really good to belt when you're just by yourself, like just sing that shit. But karaoke, I would probably do something more like well known and like pleasant, like maybe some like I don't know, maybe like probably Pearl Jam. I don't like new stuff as much. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yellow Ledbetter, shit like that.
Sick.
But yeah, that's probably what I would go for. It's something that I could, because he has a voice where he does weird shit, and so you can fuck around like that on karaoke. If it could make me more confident.
Are there any musicals that you fuck with?
I'm not big into musicals, no. But ironically enough, and I've seen only a few. Yeah, I don't know what that's from. Sorry, but what is that from?
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette. Is that a
musical? Rain on your wedding day.
Sounds pleasant. Yeah, I haven't heard it. No,
it's a radio. It's been on the. You've heard it.
I'm sure I have.
We'll get to it. Ignore that. Whatever. Keep going.
I would probably have to say The fucking Sound of Music, dude. Oh. I watched that when I was learning the recorder in middle school, and I just loved it. And ever since then, whenever it comes on, I get that nostalgic this is a pleasant, happy time when I'm watching this movie because I was a kid when I watched it. So yeah,
it'll bring us back to dude.
Maybe that's why I wanted to learn how to sing is the Do Re Mi song, dude.
Fuck yeah.
And then there's a part where the nun sabotaged the Nazi car.
Yeah,
and that part was hilarious to me as a kid. I just died laughing at it.
Julie Andrews, dude.
Julie Andrews, that's who the actress was. See, you know them better than I do. Exactly. That's my favorite musical.
Like Julie Andrews more than Britney Spears.
Sweeney Todd, dude. Sweeney Todd. I love Sweeney Todd.
I directed.
No way.
A production of Sweeney Todd.
That's fucking
a couple
sick.
Years ago.
Damn.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay. Was it a learning experience? You learned something?
It was a learning experience.
Yeah. I've had a few of those.
Yep.
Well, hey, Sweeney Todd. Yeah. Sweeney Todd was a hell of a choice, though. That's a fun play.
It's a great movie, great musical. Have you seen who the cast is for the current Broadway adaptation of it?
Mm-mm.
It's Josh Groban is Sweeney Todd, and then Gustin, he's from the kid in Stranger Things.
Gaston.
Yeah, that kid. He is
Gaten Matarazzo.
That seems right.
Yeah.
He's Anthony or Toby.
Okay.
I'm not totally sure. And then Jordan Fisher is Anthony.
Okay.
I don't know if he's a Broadway guy, but yeah, that's all.
All right. Okay, well, I know a little bit more about it now. Nice. I'm not a big Broadway guy, but I'm sure that if I was like in New York and someone was like, "You want to go to a Broadway show?" I'd be like, "Fuck yes, I would love to."
Are
go
there
to that.
any that you've heard of that have caught your fancy?
No, but I will say I went to Shin Yun this year.
Right, really?
Dude, it was fucking sick.
Okay, I want you to get into that.
Okay.
But before you do.
Yes, go ahead.
For years, their billboards come up a certain time of year. I see them, I see the advertisements, and I know that it sells out really, really quick. And I've heard it's an awesome show, and I've always wanted to see it. And I want to know, can you please give me some fucking insight aside from the 30-second clips they have on Instagram?
Yeah. Well, see, that's a big part of it is because they like in the beginning before the play starts, and even when the people walk out, there's a big sign. At least the one that I went to. I went to Shin Yun twice, once in Kansas, once here. But there's a big sign, and it says no photography, no phones, no cameras. Don't take any pictures. Don't take any videos. Fair. Because part of the reason why Shin Yun is so big is because it's a Chinese performance, but it's banned in China. So, and that's what they'll talk about, right? So, I believe it's because of like religious and cultural reasons. But basically, they travel the world and they do it in all over the place. But it's a musical number. There's dancing, there's some singing, but there's always a big like projector that has like some sort of like backdrop or background where they interact with it in the show, and it's fucking sick, dude. Like everybody dances so well. They do like things that look super dangerous, cool stunts on stage and shit.
Is it in like English or?
No, it's in different languages. But they have a guy that like so before every performance, there's like two guys that walk out. Well, it was a man and a woman for me this time, but the woman spoke in Chinese and then he translated. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's normally like subtitles if there's words for like all the songs. So,
That's
but
awesome.
it's pretty easy to follow because it's like, they'll be like, in the next show, a giant. I don't want to spoil it, but like a giant.
Yeah.
This will happen. Blah blah blah, and then like the curtains come aside and like it's right on the screen. You're like, oh okay, well yeah. It's awesome. It's worth watching for sure.
I want to see it so bad.
It's a little pricey, but
no, that's I want to pay. Yeah. I would pay like
it was a gift.
$100 to see it just from what I've heard about it.
Yeah, it was at the Morrison Center, which was a great place for it, and they had a bar on every single floor. Or no.
I think they do.
I think they did. Yeah, and it was pretty cool.
If it's not every floor, it's most floors. There's a bar at the Morrison
Why not?
Center. Yeah. I think that's a pretty new thing they just did. But
yeah,
have you been to any other like local productions of anything?
I've been to a few things at the Morrison Center when I went to Boise State. Like just a few of the productions that they did there. Like it was a couple years ago. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the names, but for the most part, yeah, just like performances at the Morrison Center. I don't really go to a lot of plays because I'm not as much into that community. Oh no, I'm sorry. I went to go see Jay Watts'. No, it wasn't Jay Watts, but he was the guy that I went to go see. His performance at Watson's Mystery Cafe. He did a murder mystery there, like one of those things where like you sit at the tables and then you do like they do like a murder mystery and you have to try to guess, like write down who did it and shit like that. So if you would count that, yeah.
I've done some murder mysteries. I think I know Jay Watts from
Retribution, probably.
Well, no, I knew him before that. I knew him from Watson's. I've never done a show with him, but it was Watson's has a lot of just kind of rehearsal, just general things for people that have worked there and little like workshop things. And I've met him like through those, but we've both done stuff with Watson's before, and I think we've both done a good amount of murder mystery. And he's
dude.
Sick. And
he's a great guy. Yeah,
I forgot the point.
Just talking about plays and performances and
like
local stuff.
I met him through that, and then I saw him at Retribution. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You seem like the guy who probably pretty good at fucking
here and
kicking some ass.
There was another play, and I've been trying to remember what it was called, and I know it was something that I really, really wanted to go see, but it was canceled the day before. And I keep thinking it was Rocky Horror Picture Show, but it wasn't that, because I don't think they do that around here.
Yeah, they've had it here. It's just
yes, it was Evil Dead. It was an Evil Dead.
Fuck my.
We okay?
I said that. Yeah, it's fine.
Here, I should stop leaning backwards.
No, it's fine.
I'll try sitting like. I'll sit up straight.
It's all good. Did you not? You didn't see Evil? Okay, here's the thing. Before we get into that,
Okay.
say that one more time now.
So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the Evil Dead musical, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to go see it. And that's why I was so mad that it got
and
didn't happen.
dude, it's so funny. It's hilarious. The soundtrack is on Spotify. I did a show at the same theater.
Yeah.
And the show I was doing was very physical, and so I had to stretch during a lot of the shows. And one of the times I was in the changing room they had, and I was stretching on the floor, and I leaned forward and I looked over, and there was a script for Evil Dead just under a bench. And so I was like, you're coming
Like
home
a movie?
with me.
You're just like,
you're
oh.
coming home with me.
Yeah.
And I took it, and I read through it, and I saw it when they did do it for the couple shows that they did have, and I have the script, and the soundtrack is fucking hilarious. It's so funny, dude. And
I bet, dude. I love the movie.
yeah, if a really fun activity I learned is if you have a few people around and like some scripts of like musicals or anything that has just something you can kind of play on the internet to like kind of keep it flowing.
Yeah.
Is to have the script out and give people care and like kind of read through it, and then when you get to a song you play it sort of thing. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
so
that's a good
much,
idea.
It's so fun.
Yeah, you know, people have been trying to talk me into getting more into plays and theater on stage, and I've been thinking about it for a while.
I think
I should.
I think it makes you better just
Yeah.
because
More versatility, you know, more different experiences and stuff.
it's a lot more work.
Yeah.
But in a good way. Like it definitely you learn a lot from it. Just because you learn a lot about how to get your lines all down. You learn how to, because in theater you can't do 2 takes of something when the audience is
say
out
line.
there. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. It's all it flexes all the acting muscles, but it's all in real time, and you really can't fuck up unless you can save it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just teaches you how to think quick and
Improvise. Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, it's definitely a really good skill to have, because you see a lot of like takes that people use in actual film are the ones that were improvised.
Yeah.
That weren't planned.
And when it goes well,
The satisfaction.
it's like heroin.
I bet.
I think
dude.
it's like
Right? Who knows?
it's awesome.
Yeah.
When you have a show that goes well and just the audience comes on there, like, that was fucking great, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
yeah.
the closest thing to actual stage experience was my high school. I did like a theater class in high school where we did like a play that we wrote as like a group or whatever. And I mean, you know, I'm not trying to like flex, but I got like 104% on the play. So yeah, it's pretty,
Shakespeare. Shakespeare, Prather. Okay, go on.
Yeah, no. I mean, I love going to plays. Again, I just don't. I'm not as. I need to be more informed about them. Is the problem? So maybe you can be the avenue for that. I mean, I'd love to go to more plays.
Yeah,
I like going out and doing shit.
There's tons. I mean, right down the hill, the Boise Little Theater is right down there.
True. Yeah.
They're doing some stuff.
It's fun times.
Yeah. Well, shit. How long have we been talking for?
59 minutes.
Yeah, like an hour.
How long do you normally go?
About an hour.
About an hour.
Hour 15, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, we can. How much more is in your Rainier? Half.
What's that?
Okay, we can finish our beer and
Yeah,
call it there.
totally.
That sound like a plan.
All right, shit. What?
Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
No, but I've had on this part a few people that are like Dungeons and Dragons fanatics, and they've talked about it, and I would very much like to get into it.
Well,
I just haven't.
Yeah.
But I've learned a lot about it. I just have not taken that next step.
I get that. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would be interested if you're interested. I have a group of guys that meet up, not consistently, and anybody that does D&D knows what I'm talking about, but we're trying to get a group of like consistent meetups and shit. So if you want to try it out,
that would be fun.
let me know.
It's
very similar to like theater, stage, improv, acting.
From what I've heard of, like, I feel like I would really dig it just because it's a lot of character development.
Yeah, you would be great at
writing
it.
stories and blah blah blah. and I feel like it would be a lot of fun to have. I would like to get a group of people that'd be down to like live stream every sort of like a pretty good dungeon. Yeah. Okay.
Right
Sick.
Yeah. Maybe ever I want to. I'm down.
I would love to. I just would need to find the people that are down as well.
Well, my dad is like he literally is a professional dungeon. I'm not as much into it as he is. I like D&D, but I'm not like a But he is a professional dungeon master. Like that's
okay.
That like he makes money doing it. So yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that would be super. Especially, I think with that dynamic, like with having a good amount of people that
are actors.
That and also they don't know they know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons.
That'd be fun,
but from what they've heard about it, it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be fun to watch a series of people learning about Dungeons and Dragons, but also playing it and like
dude.
And then just getting better throughout whatever series they're making.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm super down. And the other thing is that like a lot of people are turned off by it because they think it's like nerdy or whatever, and I get that. But there's also more options than just Dungeons and Dragons. You can do like Marvel. They have all sorts of different types of tabletop like role playing games where you can play. Like this universe. You can do like I said, Marvel. You can do
Star Wars. Can you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, they do have a Star Wars tabletop game.
Well,
I played
then
it.
Shit, we're cooking with
lightsabers,
avocado oil, or lightsabers.
What's the fucking difference?
What's it? They're both good
lightsabers.
with high heats.
Yeah, no, I'd be down. That
Fry
like
your eggs on that shit.
Oh,
bitch!
That's not in Star Wars yet. They need to do that.
Fry eggs on
lightsabers?
Lightsabers?
They need to like have somebody crack an egg on like a lightsaber, because they're always like on some like remote place. So why haven't they done that yet?
I feel
like the lightsaber.
I feel like, not to get controversial, you could have a plate with maybe, let's say, a lightly. Okay, well, actually, no, let's go back. You have your plate.
Okay.
You have a lightsaber.
Here's the concept.
Lightsaber over said plate.
Okay.
Take your tortilla. Real quick. I feel like it wouldn't take that long.
Slap on there both sides.
Those shits cut through steel. That's got to be hot.
Yeah.
So you just denta real quick, slap it under the, or denta. Yeah.
Slap it down on that bitch.
And you slap it under the thing. And then you take it, and I feel like with the heat given off by a lightsaber, if you cracked 1 and or 2 eggs over a lightsaber, it would cook them well over enough to be at least at the most like scrambled or sunny side up or whatever.
So fried eggs on
edible enough like to fall onto said tortilla beneath, and then you take your little cheese or what, and honestly you should probably take a stick and like kind of slowly lower it so do that whole thing all the way down. But other than that, I feel like that's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Dinner.
Especially once you get the motions down.
Yeah.
That's
oh my god.
Easy, dude.
See, here you are already doing Star Wars roleplay. You're like, if I was in Star Wars universe, I would cook on a lightsaber. And I would do also what I'm surprised about though, honestly, what I'm most surprised about is you went for a tortilla over some toast. Or with some eggs, you know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking breakfast.
Some eggs on it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm
some nice
breakfast oriented.
Some nice California breakfast tacos.
It's one of the foods I eat the least, but I'm the biggest fan of.
Tacos?
No, breakfast food.
Breakfast food. Oh my god, I love breakfast food, bro.
Yeah, but like it's
bacon,
the worst. But like the best breakfast is the worst for you. Like
greasy ass hash browns.
Do you ever see videos of people like on Instagram or whatever just cooking eggs and bacon in just like 9 gallons of hot oil, and it looks like the best thing in the world.
Yeah, it looks like if you ate it, your heart would stop halfway through the meal.
But imagine right before that how blissful life would be. Oh my
god, dude!
Like that's the best tasting shit ever. Yeah.
Yes.
But like that's all over the internet, and every now and then an article comes out that butter's not that bad for you.
I know. That's what I should do. Cooking videos on YouTube, bro. Yeah. Why don't make hella fucking breakfast food video? That's what I should do. Like tomorrow, I can make eggs and bacon video, dude.
Well, I feel like if you think about it, if you were a YouTube cooking, so if you're just trying to get out your recipes, if you just pick like 1 or 2 days where you cook all these unhealthy ass meals, And the rest of the days you just live normally and work out, whatever.
You'll be fine.
It's a good gig.
Yeah, you'll be fine. That's true. Because you wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, what? One video a week. If I made one shitty meal a week, that's nothing.
A fuck?
Yeah, that's nothing at all, and it's so worth it.
You know how many shitty meals people eat multiple times a day for like years?
Yeah, and how many shitty meals I eat already that I don't record to make YouTube videos with. So yeah, exactly. Come on, I need to fucking get my ass to work, dude. Cooking on camera. I just cooked for my jobs the past ever, so I'm just like, oh my god.
Fair enough,
but I still like cooking.
Dude, it's fun as shit. Especially when you get to eat everything you're cooking. It's dangerous.
That's the other problem I would have probably with making a video. Is it might be my fucking thing that when everyone does a perfect presentation at the end. That shit gets cold. I promise. When they all put all the food on a cutting board at the end and check it out. Bro, I'm like, bro, I need to eat that shit.
I feel like the appeal is to be real. I feel I'll give an example today. Whenever I go grocery shopping, I'll get all the bulk shit I need, and then there's this whenever it's at Albertsons or something. Whenever there's this brand that times two.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay.
There's this brand that they just make this frozen breaded chicken that I fuck with that I know is the worst for you, but I get it because it's I got all the shit for the week and I want something that I know I'm gonna eat tonight.
Yeah.
And I will I'll make everything else super intricate, but then I have the one fatty whatever thing that I know I really want.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, the meal that I'm making that I know most people want at the end of the day is just a fucking pile of everything that I like. And I feel that is
a little bit of you.
Is not very looked upon market in the food cooking the short thing.
Yeah.
And you should definitely
what's an example?
I feel you're the same where let's say you work. Here's an example. You work out.
Right.
Let's say you just went grocery. You got all the foods, whatever.
Wide variety.
Yeah. You work out, whatever. You shower. The foods you mostly want to eat on normal trendy Instagram, they're gonna show you're gonna make this grilled chicken with asparagus and blah 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 blah. But in reality, you worked out at 5:00 in the afternoon. Right now it's dinner time. It's 7:30 or whatever. You just showered. Yeah. You're gonna either depending on whatever route you're gonna go to the store and get the pre-breaded, or you're gonna go through how to bread chicken or whatever, but you're gonna make the fattiest fucking shit you can. That's gonna have the most ton of protein and carbs in it. That's gonna get you jacked, but also help you pass out because it's fatty as fuck and a little bit terrible for you.
Yeah, it makes you feel good for a little bit afterwards and bad later.
Or you're gonna be like everybody else and here's how you make your grilled chicken and and you get all your macros or look, dude, have a cheat day. Go off.
Even when I was training,
you burned 3,000 calories. Eat whatever you want.
Please do. It's bad for if you don't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, even when I was training for my boxing match, I didn't I don't think I had an app or anything. For a minute. No, bro. You fucking let them know how it is, dog. But yeah, I didn't even.
This is the skinniest person on the planet.
Yeah, I didn't track my shit when I was doing all that. So I'm sure for some people it works, but for me, you don't have to do that. So
fair.
Optional for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty hungry.
But I'm gonna get some grub. Yeah.
You got any plugs or something to let's say somebody wants more Prather. What do they do? What's the next step?
You can follow me on Instagram at Praydonis. I'm going to be much more active on there soon, especially with the film coming up. But the first days starts filming in August, and it'll be coming out next year. So look out for that. Yeah. And then Dragon Fever just came out. It's on YouTube, I believe, Beta Switch Productions. So I'm in that one. I acted in that one. So yeah, you can go check that one out. But yeah, that's about all I'm working on right now. So yeah, much appreciated.
Thanks for shooting the shit with me.
Dude, it was a lot of fun, bro. Yeah, it's been a fun time. It's not what I expected.
There were a few times during this where I was like, I forgot we're recording right now.
Oh yeah, dude, I know. Yeah. Well, I never held a microphone either, so I kept like just trying to talk to you like this. I'm like, oh fuck, I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel.
I mean, I can touch all that up. Whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah. Say the last words. I'm gonna.
All right, folks. Pretty good podcast. You heard it here today. Check them out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you next time.